Look at yourself. Really look. Are you proud of the man you see? Or do you feel that gut deep shame? That voice in your head saying you should have been more. You should have been great. Every second you sit there, weak, lazy, wasting time, another man. A stronger, harder man is taking what's meant for you. The money, the power, the respect. He's grinding while you're whining. He's winning while you're losing. Why? Because the man who hits the gym every day, rain or shine, will always crush the man who only goes when he feels like it. Discipline is king. Weakness is death. And if you click away, if you ignore this truth, you just signed the contract that says you're one of the millions of nobodies who will die broke, forgotten, irrelevant. That's the reality. So what are you going to do? Stand up and fight or stay soft and weak? Make your last name mean something. Build a legacy. Only a coward doesn't care about his bloodline. Only a loser accepts mediocrity. You're never going to have a damn thing if you don't take it for yourself. Nobody gives a shit about you enough to hand it over. No one's coming. No one's going to save you. You have to man up, carve your own path, and rip every single thing you want out of life with your bare hands. Look at yourself. Look at your pathetic existence. Every second you waste, every minute you sit there scrolling like a zombie, drowning in self-pity, another man is out there grinding, taking what should have been yours. He's building the empire while you build excuses. You think life is going to wait for you? You think success is just going to knock on your door and say, here I am? It won't. Life is brutal. It's ruthless. The world doesn't give a single damn about your struggles, your doubts, your weaknesses. They'll step over your dead, broken body and keep moving. Because that's what winners do. They don't stop. They don't pity the weak. They crush them. So if you're waiting for someone to save you, understand this. No one's coming. It's just you. It's always been just you. Right now, there's a man your age in your city with your same excuses who's already turned himself into something unbreakable. He's got the body you dream about, the money you fantasize over, the women, the respect, the power, because he took it. While you hit snooze, he hit the gym. While you made excuses, he made progress. While you said tomorrow, he said now. And guess what? Tomorrow is the biggest lie weak men tell themselves. Tomorrow is for cowards. Tomorrow is the shield of the pathetic. Winners move today. Losers delay. You're one or the other. Which are you? What's your excuse? You're tired? Good. Everyone's tired. You're broke? Then shut up and work. You feel like quitting? Then quit and rot. Because quitters are already dead. They just haven't been buried yet. Winners? Winners conquer the earth. They step over the bodies of the weak and they take everything. That's the game. That's reality. So what's it going to be? Work or rot? Fight or fall? Life isn't fair. Good. If life were fair, you'd be stuck exactly where you are. Weak, broke, irrelevant. Success doesn't care about fairness. It cares about effort, about obsession, about how much time and energy you're willing to bleed into something. And you've wasted years thinking instead of doing. Years sitting on your ass, waiting for motivation, waiting for a sign, waiting for a sign, waiting for some miracle to save you. But the only thing that ever needed to change was you. Losers stay busy doing the wrong things, distracting themselves, running from the grind, wasting their time on bullshit instead of doing what's necessary. And deep down, you already know exactly what you need to do. But you won't. Why? Because you're soft. Because you let comfort control you. You let weakness whisper in your ear, telling you it's okay to rest, it's okay to take it easy, it's okay to be average. But it's not. It's not okay to just exist. It's not okay to be soft. It's not okay to settle. You weren't born for average. You weren't born to be forgotten. So stop pretending this life is enough. It's not. If you die tomorrow, no one will remember your name. Your existence will be dust, forgotten. You'll leave behind nothing but a pile of wasted potential. The world will move on without you because you never did anything that mattered. That's the cold, hard truth. You were given a body, a mind, and time, and you're throwing it all away. You scroll. You consume. You indulge. You convince yourself that one day somehow it'll all work out. It won't. Nothing falls into place. You build it or you stay broken. It takes pain to build a warrior. It takes suffering to forge a king. Every second you choose comfort, Every second you avoid the grind, every second you pick easy over effort, you're not just wasting time. You're training yourself to be weak. You're programming yourself to fail. You're choosing to be soft. And when life crushes you, when it buries you, don't cry. You built your own grave. The key to success: control what you can and let go of the rest. Simple. Your energy is wasted worrying about things you can't change. You should be obsessed with one thing: improving yourself. There's a version of you out there, strong, ruthless, unstoppable. A man who commands respect just by walking into a room. A man who doesn't doubt himself. A man who owns his world. That man could be you. But he's not. Why? Because you're killing him. Every time you choose comfort over discipline, every time you hit snooze, skip the gym, scroll mindlessly, make excuses, you're choking that man to death. And the worst part, you know I'm right. You feel it deep in your chest, deep in your gut. You know every word is the brutal, ugly truth. So what's it going to be? Keep scrolling? Keep sitting there like a loser? Keep being the same weak man you were yesterday? Or are you finally going to stand the hell up, look yourself in the mirror, and decide that today is the day it changes? Because if you don't, you're already dead. Walking, breathing, but dead all the same. Picture this. You're 45. You wake up in a cheap apartment that reeks of dust, failure, and every bad decision you've ever made. The sun creeps through cracked blinds, lighting up the disaster that is your life. Clothes on the floor, dishes in the sink, dreams in the trash. Your back aches as you crawl out of bed. Not from pushing yourself in the gym, not from grinding through battles, but from years of slouching, of weakness, of letting your body rot while you sat and did nothing. Decaying, softening, fading into nothing. You drag yourself to the mirror, and who do you see? Not a man, a shadow, a stranger, lifeless eyes staring back. The fire's gone, burnt out long ago. The body, soft, weak, defeated. The mind, dull, slow, beaten. The spirit, crushed under the weight of excuses and cowardice. You didn't get here by accident. You built this life one lazy day at a time. Every skipped workout, every wasted hour, every time you said tomorrow. You did this. You killed the man you could have been. Your phone lights up. Another overdue bill. Another debt piling up, interest eating away at your future like a cancer. You swipe through social media, killing time, killing yourself. And there he is, the man you could have been. The one who started just like you. Same hours in the day, same obstacles, same struggles. But he didn't whine. He didn't cry. He didn't wait. He conquered. Now he's behind the wheel of the car you used to dream about. Walking into the penthouse you told yourself was impossible. Sitting in a high-rise office making power moves while you're stuck in the same dead-end cycle, rotting in a prison you built with your own laziness and fear. His life. It's a movie. A story of victory, strength, power. Yours? It's a tragedy. A slow, painful death written by excuses and weakness. And the worst part, you know it didn't have to be this way. You keep scrolling. And there she is. The woman you once loved. The woman who used to look at you like you were a god. Respect in her eyes, desire in her touch, longing in every word. But she's not looking at you anymore. She's with someone else now. A man with sharp eyes, a strong frame, a presence that fills the room and crushes doubt. A man who became something. A man who built himself into someone worth chasing. And why wouldn't she leave? Why would she stay with a man who let himself rot? A man who traded strength for softness, fire for fear, ambition for excuses. Women don't love weakness. They tolerate it for a while, but eventually they leave it behind. They choose strength. They choose power. They choose the man who walks into a room and owns it, not the one who hides in the corner, drowning in regret. You lost her the moment you lost yourself. You slam the phone down, your heart's pounding, rage boiling in your chest. But what can you do? Punch the wall? Scream into the void? Who cares? The world sure as hell doesn't. The world doesn't owe you sympathy. It doesn't owe you comfort. It doesn't owe you a damn thing. It only rewards the strong. The ones who take, who grind, who bleed for it. And then it hits you. That gut-wrenching, soul-crushing realization. It didn't have to be this way. It was never supposed to be this way. The past slams into you like a freight train. You see yourself at 20. Young, hungry, fire in your chest, dreams so big they kept you awake at night. You remember those nights you wasted, the mornings you slept in, the workouts you skipped, the chances you let slip through your fingers because you believe the biggest lie weak men tell themselves. Tomorrow. But there was never a tomorrow. There was only today. And you burned it every single time. Now picture this. You wake up in a penthouse, glass walls framing the city you conquered. You stretch, and every muscle reminds you of the years you bled for this. Years of discipline, sacrifice, relentless self-improvement. Your phone buzzes, not with overdue bills, but with opportunities. Messages from powerful men who respect you, from beautiful women drawn to your fire, from business partners who know your name carries weight. You step onto the balcony, looking down at the world you've built. Every inch of it earned, every piece carved out by grit and force. You walk to the mirror, and the man staring back. He's unbreakable. A warrior. A king. A man who grabbed life by the throat and refused to let weakness define him. A man who did what the cowards wouldn't. Who made no excuses, who didn't wait for a miracle, who became his own goddamn savior. This could be you. This should be you. But there's a line drawn in the sand, and it's here right now. You have a choice. Which man will you become? The one who keeps dreaming? Or the one who wakes up and takes it? Tick-tock. Tick-tock, you hear that? That's not just a clock. That's your life slipping away. Every second gone. Every wasted moment, every excuse, every hesitation. It's all dragging you closer to dying as a nobody. You think you have time? You think you can wait another year, another month, another day? You can't. Every day you delay is another day buried in the graveyard of failure. Another day feeding weakness. Another day lost forever. And the terrifying part, you don't even realize it. You're blind to it. But one day you're going to wake up and it will hit you like a freight train. Too late to fix your body. Too late to build your empire. Too late to become the man you were meant to be. Too late to earn the respect you always wanted. You'll stare into that mirror and realize you wasted it all. And when that day comes, when you're face to face with the life you threw away, you will finally understand regret. The kind that burns in your chest until the day you die. Regret isn't some light, passing sadness. It's a monster. A savage beast that rips through your soul, tearing you apart from the inside out. It gnaws at your bones. It whispers in your ear every damn day you could have been great, but you chose weakness. You could have been a king, but you chose comfort. You had the chance and you threw it away. And there's no escape. No running. No hiding. Regret will drown you. It will crush you. It'll wrap its cold, merciless fingers around your throat and choke the life out of you. And every morning you wake up, it'll be there, reminding you that you had a choice. You had the power, and you chose to lose. You chose to be soft. You chose to be nothing. And when that realization hits, it'll be too late. Look around. 99% of men are sheep. Weak, timid, powerless, sitting around waiting for permission to live, waiting for someone to tell them it's okay to chase greatness. It's okay to want more. It's okay to be a man. Pathetic. Then there's the 1%. The men who take what they want. The men who command respect without saying a word. The men who walk into a room and the air changes. The warriors, the kings, the gods among mortals. And here's the truth, the only truth that matters. Which one are you? Because right now, as you sit there listening to this, you're making a decision. Whether you act or don't, whether you push forward or stay stuck, it's still a choice. And if you choose weakness, if you choose comfort, if you choose average, understand this. You will pay for it in regret, in failure, in a life that never meant anything. This is the moment. The line is drawn. The question is simple. Will you be a sheep or will you be a god? The truth is brutal, but you need to hear it. You don't have time. If you don't act now, you never will. Every weak man tells himself the same pathetic lie. That one day he'll get serious. One day he'll build the body. One day he'll make the money. One day he'll create the life he dreams about. But one day never comes because weak men don't decide. They drift, they wait, they hesitate. They keep telling themselves tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Until one day they wake up old and broken, staring at a life they wasted. The years slip through their fingers like sand, and by the time they realize it, it's too late. The dreams are dead. The strength is gone. The chances are buried. And all that's left is regret and the cold, brutal truth. They never even started. Right now, somewhere in the world, there's a man who made the decision you were too afraid to make. He started training while you made excuses. He started grinding while you were scrolling. He took the pain, the suffering, the sacrifice, and forged it into strength. And now he's coming for everything you ever wanted. The money, the power, the women, the respect. He's going to take it, not because he's better than you, but because you were too scared to act, too weak to commit. You sat there thinking, planning, talking, while he did. And here's the truth. You don't get a second chance. You don't get a restart. You don't get to hit pause and come back later. This is it. This is your life. This is your shot. Your time is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when it feels right. Now, no more breaks, no more hesitation, no more weakness. This is the moment that will define you. You either step up or you stay nothing. Right now, your future self is screaming at you, begging you to move, to act, to stop wasting time. Do you hear him? Do you see him? The version of you who put in the work, who took the pain, who embraced the suffering, who sacrificed everything to build a life worth living. He's out there waiting. But every second you hesitate, every moment you waste, he drifts further away. And if you keep delaying, if you keep feeding weakness, one day he'll be gone. Forever. Vanished. And all that will be left is you. Empty, broken, staring at your reflection, knowing you could have been more but chose to be less. Knowing you had the chance but pissed it away. Knowing that the man you were meant to become is dead because you killed him with excuses. And that regret, it will eat you alive. It'll burn every time you close your eyes. You cannot let that happen. You have one shot, one chance to become the man you were born to be. And the clock is already ticking. You tell yourself it's hard. Good. It's supposed to be hard. Strength isn't born in comfort. It's built in the fire. Weak men, they run from the fire, they cower. They avoid pain, avoid struggle, avoid anything that makes them uncomfortable. And that's why they stay weak. That's why they stay average. But strong men walk straight into the fire. They embrace the pain. They eat it. They push through the suffering because they know the truth. The pain of discipline is nothing compared to the pain of regret. The pain of the grind is temporary. The pain of regret is forever. You have two choices. Suffer now and become great, or suffer later and die weak. That's it. There is no middle ground, no safety net, no comfort zone that lasts. You either build yourself into something unbreakable or you let life break you down until there's nothing left. Decide right here, right now. You want the life you dream about? Then you better put in the work. You better bleed for it. The harsh truth is no one is coming to save you. No one gives a damn how hard your life is. No one cares about your struggles, your pain, your excuses, or your doubts. The world doesn't owe you a single thing. Success isn't handed out. It's taken. It's forced. It's ripped from the hands of weak men who didn't want it bad enough. And that's what you have to do. Take it. Claim it. Own it. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is your own pathetic hesitation. Your weakness, your comfort. Weak men make excuses. Strong men make progress. And if you're not making progress, if you're not moving forward, if you're not fighting for every inch, then you're losing. And losers are forgotten, crushed, buried. No one remembers the man who almost tried. Feel the urgency. Let it burn in your chest. Every second you hesitate, every moment you stall, someone else is out there getting stronger. Someone else is getting richer. Someone else is becoming the man you were too weak to become. The man you were too scared to be. There is no time to waste. No time to think. No time to pause. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. You won't. You'll wake up with the same fear, the same laziness, the same weak excuses that have kept you stuck, soft, and average. And you'll stay exactly where you are. Stagnant, dying slow. The cycle will repeat day after day until you're too old, too broken, too full of regret to change. And when that day comes, you'll look back and realize you wasted your only shot. Your only chance to be great. Your only chance to build something that mattered. And there will be nothing left but the pain of knowing you failed because you chose to. That's the truth. That's the end. You cannot let that happen. not if you have any fire left in you. You're either a man of action or a man of failure. There is no middle ground, no gray area. You either win or you lose. Decide. Right now, stand up, take control. Step into the fire and forge yourself into something unstoppable. Because if you don't, you're already dead. You're already nothing. Enough. No more thinking. No more waiting. No more hoping. Hope is for the weak. Action is for the strong. Stand up right now. Get up and face yourself. Walk to the mirror and look hard. Look at the man staring back. Is he a warrior? A champion? A man of power, discipline, and control? Or is he a coward? A man who talks, who dreams, who fantasizes, but never acts? Be honest, because that man in the mirror knows the truth. And if you don't like what you see, then change it or accept it. But understand, if you choose weakness, if you choose comfort, you'll be staring at regret for the rest of your life. If that reflection doesn't terrify you, if you don't feel the burning shame of knowing you are not who you should be, then you're beyond saving. You're done, you're finished. But if it does, if that fire inside you is still alive, even if it's just a flicker, then there's still hope. But that time is running out fast. And this is your last shot. Stop lying to yourself. Stop saying you'll start tomorrow, next week, next month. There is no later. There is no perfect time. There is only now. Right now. And you already know what needs to be done. You already know the work, the grind, the suffering, the sacrifice it takes. It's standing right in front of you, daring you to step up. And yet you hesitate. Why? Fear, laziness, weakness? Are you really that soft? Are you really that scared of pain that you'd rather die slowly, rotting in regret than face the fire and build yourself into something unstoppable? That's the choice. You suffer now and become a man, or you suffer later and die a coward. Decide. Let me tell you something. If you don't act today, you never will. If you click away from this, if you go back to wasting time, if you let your excuses win, then you've already decided. You've proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are one of them. One of the failures, one of the forgotten, one of the 99% who will die without leaving a single mark on this world. Just another body in the dirt. Another wasted life. And if that's the fate you choose, then close this now. Click away. Go back to your comfort. Stay weak. Stay irrelevant. Stay nothing. But if you're still here, if you're still listening, if there's even an ounce of fight left in you, then prove it. Prove that you are different. Prove that you will not be one of the millions of men who rot in mediocrity. Prove it with action, with pain, with sacrifice. Because talk is cheap. Dreams are cheap. The world is filled with men who almost tried, men who almost started, men who almost lived. Don't be one of them. Be the man who burns his name into history with sweat, blood, and fire. Or walk away and accept that you were never meant for greatness. Stand up, move right now. Drop down and give yourself 50 push-ups. Not because it's a workout, but because it's a statement. A declaration of war against the weak, pathetic version of you that's been ruling your life for far too long. And when you finish those push-ups, don't stop. Go harder. Go faster. Tear that weakness out of you limb by limb. Start the war against comfort, against excuses, against the soft little voice in your head that's been holding you back. And don't ever stop fighting, not for 1 second. There is no secret. There is no shortcut. There is only the grind, the pain, the discipline, the relentless, savage pursuit of greatness. You already know this. Deep down, you've always known this. You've just been too soft to admit it, too weak to face it. But now the truth is right in front of you. And you have two choices. Take action and rewrite your destiny, or stay exactly where you are and rot in the filth of your own failure. That's it. There's no third option. No way out. No safe space to hide. This is the moment that defines you. So what's it going to be? Are you the man who will rise, the man who will conquer, the man who will rip greatness out of life's throat? Or are you the man who will fade into nothing, forgotten, irrelevant, weak,